Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy Wong. Today we're going to talk about the new concept, link summoning. How do you do it? Little loopholes for it, I guess, and easy ways for me to actually link someone for my deck, or any other deck, basically. Alright, first of all, we got to go over the new zones. Alright, so the new zones, it's a little changed. Basically, you know where the pendulum zones are? They were moved down to the spell and trap card zone. So when you activate a pendulum scale, it does take up spell and trap card zones. So like if you have one scale here, you only have 3 more spell and trap card zones in the middle. Next thing is the extra deck monster zone. It's above your second main monster zone, and the next one's above your 4th main monster zone. That's where you and your opponent will claim and place their extra deck monsters, so to say. Alright, so link monsters, let me go over them a bit. You summon them just like, to me I feel like you summon them like synchro monsters. You meet the requirement, which Deco Talker, it says 2+ effect monsters, but it's a link 3. What that means is you can use 3 effect monsters, or you can use another link monster of a higher number. So like Link Spider's only link 1, so it can't really show you, but the other one that came out, the Honeycomb or whatever, that's a link 2. So you can use a link 2 and another effect monster to make Deco Talker, which is a link 3. You can do that because Honeybee is also a effect monster, so it's, minimum requirements is 2+ effect monsters. So you can't just swap out the link 3s because it does have the requirements set. Alright, so link monsters also another rule I learned about them. They don't have a defense point. They have the attack and they have the link point. So these cards can never be placed in defense mode. So which means if you can't be targeted for Book of Moons, you can't be targeted for like any controller or whatever, whoever runs that stuff. But yeah, these link monsters can never go in defense mode. And it's just like another monster slot basically. You have to attack over link monster or the new extra deck monster in order to keep your opponent's life points. Same thing, the game's still the same, just a little change mechanic. Alright, and easy ways to summon the link monsters. So far what I've seen, it came out of locals. Yes, I do play Link Monsters, and yes, I did see a lot of people who play Link Monsters, play their games. The main thing I saw was to play the Blackwing Gofu. So Blackwing Gofu, this guy right here, this little stupid thing. So what it says is cannot be normal or special. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card, and along with it, you special summon 2 tokens, 2 Gofu tokens. So you would play 2 more tokens, and next, tokens are always treated as normal monsters. So what you can do is take one of the tokens out, play the Link Spider. Link monsters will have an arrow directed to where you're allowed to play another extra deck monster. See, like Link Spider has one down here. There's these other ones where they're grayed out, which means it doesn't apply, but there are other Link monsters that have different arrows, so you could play different arrows. But Link Spider only has one, it's pointed down. So you play the Link Spider above the main monster zone, either 2 or 4. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do it on here for now. This is the, what I say, 4, like 1 to 5, I guess. From here, you're allowed another extra deck monster. So you use this token, and you make another Link Spider. And from there, it's 2+ effect monsters. These are all effect monsters. So you send them all to the graveyard. It's like, to me, it's just like synchro summoning. And you play Deco Talker on your extra deck zone. So like that's the easiest way to get out Deco Talker right now. He's like the main link monster, I guess. But they're all gonna be the same. You just gotta send to the graveyard and meet the requirements to special summon that link monster. Alright, so other than Gofu, the Brilliant Fusion. So I play the Plant Engine, and what this will do for you is you actually summon Orphan Scorpio, you pitch a monster, who cares. You summon this one, and you get to add Brilliant Fusion. So you get a Brilliant Fusion, dump whatever, I guess. Depends what deck you're running. And then you summon Saffronite in your extra deck zone. Alright. So again, Deco Talker requires 3 effect monsters. 1, 2, 3. You send all 3 to the graveyard, you make Deco Talker in your extra deck zone. And that gives you more extra deck plays. That's my way to play basically my Link monster. There's many other ways, like you can just have 3 monsters somehow, I guess, if your deck specials like a beast. Yeah, like Light Towards mill 3 wolves, I guess. 3 wolves equals a Deco Talker. Okay, so other things I want to talk about. Small little loopholes around it, I guess. I like to play Stardust Dragon and Psyframe Lord Omega. Here's why, like, okay, so for instance, turn 1, you summon Psyframe Lord Omega on your extra deck zone. When he removes out of the field and comes back, he comes back in your main monster zone. So basically, you can loop Psyframe Lord Omega to get a card out of your opponent's turn, or hand, and then when it comes back, it goes to your main monster zone, and it does not clog up the extra deck zone. Another thing like that is Stardust Dragon. I play this against like dinosaurs and all that, so I like to open Stardust Dragon sometimes, so it just sits there. And when they try to activate, like, Oviraptor, Tyranno's effect, summoning the True King Lithogasm, any of that, that all destroys the Dragonic Diagram. I send this card to the graveyard. When it comes back, it enters back in the main monster zone. So yeah, you can kind of loop out monsters to play in your main monster deck zones. Like all monsters that summon from the graveyard and all that, from the extra deck, will also go to your main monster deck zone. Like if you call a Haunted one of these guys, yeah, they just sit right there. They don't take up that extra spot up there. So yeah, that's why I like to play these. Other cards that might have an effect like that is, believe it or not, this is Burning Abyss's Farfa. I was thinking about taking this into my deck, just so when I have a synchro monster or whatever that doesn't loop out, like one of these guys or something, I don't know, or a sea monster I used already that it's just in the way. You know, normal Farfa, or send it to the grave somehow, bounce him off the extra deck zone. End phase comes back into the main deck zone, or main monster zone. So these are little things I looked at. They might not be that great, but it's whatever. What I noticed is this did slow the game a little down, depending on the deck you play, I guess. When I played against Zoo, it didn't really change much if they opened Gofu, because Gofu was a free summon, make Deco Talker. All you really need is 2 slots to make Dryden and like Emerald or whatever they do. But anyway, this really did help me, because I like playing Light Swarms. And with Light Swarms, I can swarm the board pretty well and make it pretty effective. But yeah, that's a little bit about Link. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. It's not that hard to play Link format, actually. Like, it's really cool. Once you get used to it, you'll get used to it. This is Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? Alright, man. Well, that's all I have. Catch you guys later, man.